Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Oh, nice move. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback. First down, Roberts, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, I'm worried about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Oh, little 360.
Oh,
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback. Taken down right around the 27. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
And to give this time to the tailback. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. And now for the first time, we get a look at this defense that was very stout last week.
And all they expect to do is continue what they did a week ago. Play terrific defense and not permit that offense to get started.
5 yards to gain here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Pressure here, and they block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Now the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as he'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Now a play fake here on first down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I missed him, it would have been a different long night.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. They'll run on first down. Roberts The nice footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Roberts. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They're going to look to throw. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
4 yards remaining now on 2nd down. The gun. They'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
To throw. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. And now a first down following that long gain.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Back to throw here. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense. You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And the Bengals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, complete. It's Cummings. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. So a big 3rd down hookup here will take us to the break. Plenty of scoring here already. We'll return to Cincinnati after this. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's to the 10. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Bullock out now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
First down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. The play fake. He'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
That was a nice pickup. Some chunk yardage there. Some of those big yards downfield with a little bit of rack thrown in there, a little run after catch. And it came on a crossing route. I could just hear one of my friends who won 4 Super Bowls as a quarterback always said the same thing. What route does a defense hate? Crossing route. Hate it, hate it, hate it, because it's hard to change direction when they get going full speed in the other way.
On first down, Roberts. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Let's go! Green 39! Green 30!
They'll keep it on the ground. Roberts. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Lions defense marching back onto the field now. And we're going to get a peek at some of the hits that have helped them get this first half lead.
And you know how the best hits happen? By being really good on that side of the ball in terms of fundamentals, being in the right spot, diagnosing plays well, and being there at the point of attack. They are really making it happen.
Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39!
And to give this time to the tailback. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
But I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Hurry up, here we go! 3-19!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Set! 3-19!
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
He'll look to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
The Bengals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
But there's almost no doubt about the play call there on third down and long. You figure they're going to throw the football. I've got to give a little credit to the offense for taking a little bit of a chance there, running the draw, hoping to catch him off guard, but the defense was ready.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. On second down, Roberts. He spins free, and he'll power his way up near the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now back to throw. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
Well, I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Now Bullock to add the extra point. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here come the Lions now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. On second down now, Roberts. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Larry Ridley will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
Let's go! Green 39!
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it's a second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach and incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Let's go! Blue Lightning!
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hunt. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. In the red zone this time. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he's brought down. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down.
Green 39! Green 39!
They'll run on first down. Roberts. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had the pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire?
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Let's go!
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
So still 7 yards to go here on third down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
All right, Brandon, we'll see if I can get through this without being skipped as we welcome you to our EA Sports halftime report. The Bengals are behind right now, but the home crowd should give them a boost. The Lions have come in and look good as the road team, and will just keep trying to play hard and maintain the lead going forward. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Third down from inside the 40. Hunt's got the reception, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 13-yard line. Sticking with the same drive. Depth's wide open here on the catch, and it's caught for the touchdown. The Lions is up now by 7. So that's it for us at the EA Sports Studio. We'll go back now to Cincinnati for the start of the second half.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
And he'll go down at the 28. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. Well, first I thought that might have been a bobbled snap, but as it developed, it wasn't. They designed that fake, probably wishing they would have kicked it.
Certainly that was not a bobble because we've seen that before, haven't we? You know, and they have a code word, right? Usually a fire. And oftentimes that means move outside, right? They try and find open space and the holder rolls out. He tried to go up the middle. That was designed with blocking, and they had no place to go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll keep it on the ground. Roberts. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stumped him. So now he brings up a 3rd down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
He'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now a handoff here to his running back. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And to give this time to the tailback. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed. Because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Checking things elsewhere. 3rd quarter now from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So put 3 on the board, but from inside the 5. And I know we use this phrase a lot, but that's a big-time win for the defense.
It sure is. You've got the short field behind you, so you can afford to turn up the pressure. And that was a nice sequence there to keep him out of the end zone.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They'll keep it on the ground. Roberts. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The Lions on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go! Green 39! Green!
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here's Sam Martin now, standing just outside his own goal line. And Sanders now to return. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals getting set to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe. This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. And the Bengals on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw. And an alley to run. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Let's go. 3-19.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. 2nd down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
we've seen some lead changes, and it certainly appeared that one of these squads was in full control of the game, but that's not the case after that touchdown.
And they erase a 2 TD deficit here to grab the lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it ends with a Bengals score. Out now to kick this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
That was a terrific job by the defense stopping them on 3rd and short. But sometimes you get some visual cues from the offense because when they're going in short yard situations, you might see the offensive line come in tighter together, a little more shoulder to shoulder, trying to wedge a hole in the middle. They didn't get it done on that play.
So possession goes over here on the punt. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, backed up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward. Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 4th now in Minneapolis. And shaping up to be a bit of a shocker, the Vikings have the lead. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Here we go now. Green.
They go play action here on first down. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
On third down, this is Roberts, and he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
That one goes for 24 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. Second down, Roberts, and running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 4th now in Minneapolis. The Vikings opening their lead up to 2 touchdowns now. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. And his kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch right down the pipe, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
And he didn't leave much doubt there, did he? Good snap, good hold, and that one was dead center.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And at this stage in the game, every play is magnified here as we get down to the nitty-gritty. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Here's Kevin Huber now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And taken right at the 35. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
23 yards on the play.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
So the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go. Blue landed. Blue landed.
They'll keep it on the ground. Roberts down right around the 25. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the offense needs 7 out of this play on 3rd down. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
5 yards to go for the offense. First down and goal from that 5-yard line.
Here we go. Green 39.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. They'll keep it on the ground. Roberts. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They're all finished in the game up in Minneapolis. The Vikings opening their lead up to 2 touchdowns now. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. He's back to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. And the Bengals on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Back to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
All right, here we go.
back to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, you know, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not in a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Lions, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.